Hey Scorpio, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for September 13th, 2023. This is for Scorpio. Last shuffle for Scorpio. Let's see what we've got. So Scorpio, we have deception and we have loving man. Okay, well, you know what that's already saying there, but this would say that there's something misunderstood mostly, right? This is something that happens and it's kind of like a misunderstanding, typically. But this is like something that frequently happens, especially when you're passionate about something. It seems like this person misunderstands everything. Yeah, it's like you could be having a healthy debate, you could be communicating, and it seems as though it comes off as though you're being combative. It looks like you try to avoid that, but it doesn't. It seems like it's not even. It's like it can't be avoided. Yeah. Okay. So you could be, if you're, especially if this is a romantic connection. Hold on, something fell. The devil, of course. Go figure. So you have the devil, Knight of Wands, Nine of Swords, and Judgment. And this tells me that this is something that maybe you avoided facing before, but now it's very obvious, kind of thing. That it's like there's communication here, but it's very passionate, and it's mostly because there's concern, and a lot of it may be reactive here, reactive communication. But with judgment here, this tells me this happens. It seems like this is a reoccurring issue and is being brought up during the retrograde on purpose to work on. But the deception here is Five of Wands, Two of Swords, Two of Cups, and Empress. It just seems like there's an argument that erupts because of misunderstanding, miscommunication. Someone may be. It's almost like this, right? You know how like they say there's that phrase that if a woman is quiet, you need to be worried, or if a person is, like they always say that about a woman. Usually, if a woman's quiet, then you need to be very afraid, because that means she doesn't care anymore. She's not fighting for it anymore. She's not trying to be understood anymore. There's a problem. It looks like there's a struggle here and it's being misunderstood. Like the passion with which someone is speaking is being misunderstood as trying to be combative, being conflictual, confrontational. In reality, it's about love and trying to avoid a disaster. But there's some energy of avoidance in general, of like avoiding a conversation because of the worry that it would be misconstrued as combative, argumentative. The loving man with strength in the moon is a person who holds back. This is like a masculine energy, or it's a masculine energy, whether this is a woman or a man, that is very, you don't know where this person stands. Like you can't figure them out, right? And that may be what brings out this, this fiery energy of like, oh my god, okay, like you typically, maybe you be quiet, maybe you be silent, but now it's like as soon as you see a shutdown, you're like, what? I know you're not being quiet over there, like you say something, and then it turns into something else, right? It's a misunderstanding completely. It's all out of love, it seems like when it, I think on your end it's all about love. At least that's what this shows. And so you have playing it safe here. And this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. This could be like a person, like your best friend or your sibling or your parent. Because I'm seeing a parent here as well. There's a lot of relationships here that they're showing. But we have playing it safe with Three of Wands and Three of Swords. And this tells me that you're choosing a path of like accepting, like the safest thing to do is to just accept that it's your fault. You may be bullied into that, because it's like, how dare you communicate? You're playing it safe, and you may be accepting or expecting it to be over, or that like, hey, I can't win. You know what I'm saying? I can't win with this person. So that would be the safest thing to assume or to expect, because if you're trying to avoid a problem and you feel misunderstood, of course that would be the safest thing to assume, because it's like if you're in that place where you're avoiding a conflict because you're speaking passionately, that means that there's something toxic in this situation. So the safest thing to do is be like, watch it be over now. Watch it be over because I was trying to express how I felt. They're showing that this is sort of a toxic thing and that you're concerned that it will turn into something very toxic again. So we have fragmented energy here with Two of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. You're torn about wanting to reconnect with this person or reconcile. You're not sure because until things change. That's what this says here. Your energy is as such. Until things change, I don't know about starting over, because I'm misunderstood here. There's even this energy of it feeling as though maybe it's like there's an energy of apologies here, but not necessarily. It's like no one really needs to apologize, but both of you need to apologize at the same time. Like, it's one of those things where the apology would cancel itself out because of the fact that things degenerate into something very toxic, where you were worrying about what you said after, and it's not necessarily just you, it's the other person. It's like there's a worry about what they have said. When they really look at it, it's like, would I say that again if I was in that situation? Maybe I should have said that. There's something there about that as well. So they're saying you're just sitting there going, yeah, it's probably over. I bet you it's done now for sure. But that's not necessarily the case. It just shows that there's just a lot of negative thinking. You could definitely sabotage this by thinking that you can't express yourself, right? Especially when you're coming from a loving place. But they do say good intentions pave the way to hell. Isn't that what they say? I don't know about that. Sometimes that's true, but I don't know about that. But that just popped into my head. Like, somebody may have said that to you, or that's something that may have been said about the situation in some way. But this person's holding back, and it may be the catalyst for why all of this misunderstanding came about in the first place. So I think you're owed an apology in some way, but it's almost like you could be dealing with a Capricorn, a Taurus, a Libra, Leo, Cancer, Pisces, also Sagittarius, Aries. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, Capricorn cusp, Cancer, Leo cusp, Pisces, Aries cusp. You could be a Libra, Scorpio cusp. If you're not dealing with these signs could definitely be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.